Hi Taurus, welcome to the Modern Spiritualist. This is Rahim, and I'm going to do your May 2020 General Tarot reading. So, if you know your sun sign and it's Taurus, then you're in the right place. Be sure to check out your moon and rising signs if you know those as well. This is going to be for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards and we can get started. Okay, Taurus, May 2020, Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Hello. Okay. Ace of Cups. That's going to be the theme running through the month of May, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. Great start. Crossing you, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So two aces, which is it's kind of insane. All right. Recent past, we've got the King of Wands. New circumstance, we got the Two of Wands. I pulled that for Aries as well, so if you have Aries in your chart, make sure to take a look at that. Foundation, you got the Two of Pentacles. Crowning you, we've got the Tower and the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. Your attitude, we've got the Emperor. I pulled that for Aries as well. Somebody in here has got an Aries in their chart. Okay, for your environment, wow, Aries got both of these cards as well. We've got Two of Swords and Six of Cups. Interesting. In your fear position, we've got the Six of Wands reversed. Outcome, we've got the Three of Wands reversed. Very potent kind of energies here. Okay. There's a lot happening for you this month. And I see a real sense of you're kind of phasing in and out of something. Well, I feel something sort of being initiated for you that moves you from one sort of place to another, and this could be wholly energetic or it could be environmental. But I get the sense that where you start at the beginning of the month is very strong, and you kind of phase. It kind of phases this transformative energy into sort of a different sphere of influence towards the end of the month. And so I get the sense that the end of the month is a little messy because you're sort of within transformational energy. So it's not like you're starting a cycle, you're moving through a cycle, but you won't see the end of this cycle this month. But there's a definite change. There's a change this month for you. Yeah. transformative energy all throughout the month, which for somebody that Scorpio rising, my life is transformation, and so I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, well that's it's generally how things go, but this might be a lot for some of you. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this. So your theme running through the month is the Ace of Cups. This is emotional rebirth. So you're going through a really transformative time in the realm of your emotions and maybe spirituality for some of you. Um, yeah, this is total emotional rebirth. This is literally shedding the old skin, rising up, and creating a new baseline for yourself emotionally. So you're just going to come into the beginning of this month just like feeling so good. Crossing you, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. A new start, emotional rebirth, and a completely new start. So whatever this emotional rebirth is, this good place that you're heading towards through this transformation, it's going to bring in a more resources for you in your physical material reality. So this emotional rebirth will actually lead to maybe a new career, or a promotion, or like moving up the ladder in your career, whatever that is, more money, um, or anything else, like any realm of passion, hobbies, volunteer work, like whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that fuels you in the physical material world, something is going to happen for you. There's change here, tangible change that comes out of doing internal work. So this internal process that you're in is going to be invaluable for the way that your life is actually going, the way that wherever it is that you're headed. It just feels really big. It feels really big. And I can feel the energy building. Like, I'm getting really excited about it. In your recent past, we've got the King of Wands. Which is energy you're still feeling because it's showing up in your reading. And the King of Wands is all about fiery passion and leadership. If you're mentoring, if you're the head of an organization, if you're it can be a very entrepreneurial energy or a freelance energy. Like whatever it is, whatever show you're running, you're really feeling yourself. Like it's feeling good. And so I feel like these three energies are all really closely connected to each other. It's like you're feeling good, you're feeling like you're in your passion, you're feeling like you're in your space of true leadership and true expression. It's fueling this emotional rebirth that you're having, which is then fueling what you do, and then there's kind of this, feedback loop that's happening. It feels really, really positive. Driving you this month in your foundation, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Some of you may be juggling a lot, and if this like career, money, hobby realm takeoff is sort of happening for you, I get the sense that this Two of Pentacles energy just means that you're doing a lot of things, like you're juggling a lot. I also, this is a card of change, and I see that. I see a definitive shift in your physical material world. Yeah, something's happening right at the beginning of the month. For most of you. Some of you maybe mid-month, but for a lot of you, I get the sense that this is already happening, and then there's this big burst of energy right at the beginning of the month. Crowning you, we've got the Tower and the Four of Wands. Some of you are really thinking about where you have been and the things that you've experienced that have led you to who you are today. So a lot of you may be exploring things like past trauma or home and family. And because we're all just kind of, we should be sitting in quarantine right now, flattening the curve and allowing this virus to move on as quickly as possible, right? It gives us time to think, and it also gives us, time to be in our space, shared space for some of us. And you may be really analyzing and thinking about who you are, where you've been, your responses to people, how you're showing up, um, your relation to family and its impact on who you are, your behavior, your self worth, things like that. And it's super transformative because it's paired with this tower energy. Um, so you're really identifying what you don't need anymore and paring down. Like you see the snake here in this card, you're shedding a skin. You're absolutely shedding a skin. You're identifying what is no longer working for you, and you're saying, okay, let's get rid of it. Really awesome, beautiful. And this, I mean, the tower can sometimes come with some fear, some uncertainty. Like I don't know if this is going to be okay because you're going into a new era, right? Where you have to let go of a lot of things that don't work for you. But I get a sense of excitement with this. Like you guys are so excited to be doing this work, which is amazing, especially for Taurus. Embracing your change. That's awesome. Okay. Two of Wands. This is your new circumstance. You're really, I see this mirroring the King of Wands. You're really in your place of power right now. You're in your domain. Um, these are both very fiery, dynamic energies, and I just get the sense that you're standing in your power, knowing who you are, and taking action. I do get a lot of action this month, which is so cool. In the position of your attitude, this is your energy. It's the Emperor. Um, this is the card of Aries. Um, again, reflecting the King of Wands. This is leadership. This is standing in your truth, standing in your power, taking action, and knowing where you're going. Really beautiful. I don't even think there's more to say about that. I think the message is clear. This is your environment this month. I get the sense that if you're living with other people, especially in this time, this is a Libra moon energy, this Two of Swords. Libra is the energy of compromise, balance, and diplomacy. And the Six of Cups can often mean you're dealing with family or people that you live with, but most often family. It looks like you're really mediating the people in your life. Like you're showing up to the table. You're figuring out what you need. You're figuring out what your needs are. You're figuring out what other people's needs are, the people in your life, and you're working out how to get all of those needs met, like how to compromise. And you're really bringing a rational mindset to the table. So you're keeping your ego out of it, and you're really saying, okay, you need this, I need this. How can we collaborate? How can we make this work? But it's balanced with this cups energy, which is water, which is emotion. So it's like really making sure that people's emotional needs are met. Everyone's getting along, everybody feels seen, things like that. So it feels really powerful, and kind of mirroring this this crowning placement here, the Four of Wands and the Tower as well, where you're really looking at where you've been, at how that shaped you, and you're seeing as you're pairing out what's no longer working for you, you're better able to show up with the people in your life with new tools and new ways of interacting and being with each other. So, which also leads me back to this Ace of Cups energy, which is emotional rebirth. Like you're looking at the world and your role in it very, very differently. It's really awesome. And then in the position of what you fear, we've got the Six of Wands reversed. I think the only fear here is that you fear you won't succeed because this is so big. Where you're kind of like, am I really up to this challenge? Like, can I really do this? But I don't think that this fear is going to be crippling for you because this is the Six of Wands. This is a a numbered card. You've got the Emperor here in your attitude, which is a major arcana card. I mean, this is going to overpower the fear that you have. You're absolutely up to this, and you know it. So any self-doubt, know that it's just those inner voices that don't know what's going on because this is a new situation for you. It doesn't mean you can't do this. And then your outcome energy is a Three of Wands. I do get kind of a halt at the end of the month. Like there's this two of Pentacles energy. Like you're juggling a lot. This Ace of Pentacles energy that's sort of like, okay, new start in the realm of career and money and things like that. We've got these fiery energies that are also so action oriented, and then kind of right at the end of the month, there's a bit of a stop. And I get the sense that this stop is only because you're in this transformative energy and you kind of need a moment to digest. But I don't get burnout. I just get a brief pause. So whenever the pause comes up, roll with it. Roll with the pause, accept that it's a pause. Be in gratitude that you're working so hard and doing so much, and then you get the space to breathe, right? And then in that breathing space, really take a chance to integrate and solidify all that you've learned about how to show up differently, what your needs are, what you no longer need, what you're moving towards, all of those things. I get the sense this may be a little trip up for some of you. Like you're going to be like, oh, I thought I was moving forward with this client or whatever it is, and it's kind of like, oops, just something comes in and intercepts whatever it is that you're doing. But that doesn't mean that it's a permanent state. It just means that something else has to be accounted for first before you can move forward. So just be aware of that, and don't let it rattle you too much. Know that this is meant, or it wouldn't show up in your reading, right? So I think that's all I have for you. I hope you guys have a great and transformative month, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks.